Hey, February just means one thing, and that's Safer Internet Day. So let's create some magazine covers with some legendary digital advice using Adobe Express. So to get going, we're going to start with a template. Now I'm going to go in here and search for magazine cover because we're going to be digital legends giving out incredibly insightful information about how to be safer on the internet. Now you've got loads of magazines here that you can choose from. I'm just going to do a scrolly because the one I'm looking for is this one here. And I'll put a link to a template in the description. Now everything you can see you can change. And the first thing we're going to do is this logo up here. I don't need it. I'm going to replace it, but I need to replace it with a Safer Internet Day logo. And I want it to be a PNG because I want it to have a clear transparent background. So let's go in here. Click these. If they've got like a checked background like this one here, that means it's transparent. So I'm going to right click here, save image, and then pop it on my machine, the Safer Internet Day logo. Now go back here. So I'm going to delete this logo in here. I'm going to bring mine here because you can just drop them in or you can go to upload and put it in there. Now this June edition and issue 111, I actually don't want those. So I'm just going to get rid of them. And here, instead of Enterprise, I'm going to change that to Digital Legends. That's going to be the name of my magazine. And then here, instead of your local business magazine, this is going to be Safer Internet Day 2023. Keep it in caps, and I'm going to space it out. There we go. Okay, happy with that. Now, the font on that isn't particularly exciting for me, so I'm going to explore some different fonts. This one looks quite cool, actually. And let me stretch that out so it's a little bit wider. And then we're going to start playing with everything else on the screen. So what it's got here, it's got a kind of white cover over the front to give it this kind of hazy effect. And they've reduced the opacity of that because if you see, if I bring it up, it's all white, bring it down. But actually, I don't want that at all. So I'm just going to get rid of it because I want to put an image on the top, which is going to look even better and it's going to ping with color. I'll keep this one down here that they've used because I think that's a really good way to have these three kind of headlines down the bottom. We're going to put three really key pieces of advice that people can use. But this photo in the background, let's go on with replacing something there. Have it selected, press replace, and here I might go for digital children, for example. That one's pretty cool. I like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right in the center there. I think that's pretty good. And then I might start playing around with things like the font color now, just to make it stand out a little bit more. Same with Safer Internet Day because it's kind of getting lost a little bit in this photo. I'm happy with that. That looks good. I'm going to delete June edition and issue 111. And then down here, this is where I'm going to put three pieces of advice for people who want to be digital legends on Safer Internet Day. So the first one is all about online sharing. So I'll grab my title here. Instead of new deals, we're going to take that and we're going to paste in online sharing. Now, it hasn't gone caps. So some fonts do automatically. So I'll just make it into caps myself. Internet arguments is our second one. So there we go, we've got our three sections in there. Now it's time to put our more specific advice in. So take the smaller text here, and here it's just a matter of copy and pasting there. Now, let me just get all three of them done. And what I think here is that I want to create more space so these can be slightly bigger so people can read them more easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this kind of opaque white thing here and I'm going to move it up slightly to give us more room. And then if I select one of my titles, two of my titles, three of my titles, I can move them all up at the same time. Then these black lines down here, they're actually lines overlapping each other. So I'll select one and duplicate it, and then I'll just pop it on top and I can finish it just at the top of the text there. That looks good to me. I'll duplicate this one again and pop it on top of this one here. And again, these dotted lines are helping with keeping everything aligned. So let me get my sections and just make this box bigger. Same with this one. I'll align it so it sort of stays at the bottom. And then I'll just drag it up. There you go. And this one's already quite big, but let me see if I can get it to match the others a little bit better. There we go. You will have text which is bigger than others because you'll have more words in there. So just play around with where things sit. But there you go. That's how you create a Digital Legends magazine cover with 3 key pieces of digital advice: online sharing, internet arguments, sleep and screens. I know that one's not necessarily about being on the internet, but I think it's one of the most important ones, so I was really keen to put it in. You can put a filter on your photo if you like. If you want to just darken it up slightly, that might be quite cool. There we go, I quite like that. But you can cycle through and see which level of darkness suits you best. I think that one works really well. I can still see the text, I can still see the photo as well. When you're happy, you can give it a title, download it to your machine, and then you can press share, publish, and then you can share it by Google Classrooms, Microsoft Teams, or just by creating a link. And there you go. Well, there you go. That's how you create magazine covers with legendary digital advice for safer Internet Day. And I'm looking forward to seeing yours.